What's up, guys? Coach James here with TRS Athletics, bringing you the movements for today's workout, Wednesday, January 6th, 2021. So we have a three-parter today, but with a running clock, almost similar to Tuesdays, but each segment is time capped. Okay, so for those first 5 minutes, it's going to be the wall balls. So as many reps as you can get within those first 5 minutes. For those, just make sure we're hitting full depth. That's the first priority of the movement. So hip crease below the knee, and then the second priority is going to be the target. Okay, the standard RX waist is 10 feet. If you cannot reach that 10-foot target, just kind of find a spot where you can consistently hit every single round. Okay, so you want to be kind of consistent and kind of just go fast with those. The next segment, so for the 7 minutes, from 5 minutes to 12, it's going to be ground to overhead, and then we're going to be using the power clean into the split jerk. Okay, so we had split jerks in the last cycle, okay, and I'll kind of reference which videos that I have to where I kind of go in depth on those. Okay, but again, it's going to be as heavy as possible. It shouldn't be light to where you're kind of cycling through. Okay, so we do one, drop from the top, shake it out, take a couple deep breaths, and then do the other, again, as heavy as possible. Okay, so that would be the second segment. Again, so you have 7 minutes to complete as many rounds as you can of those. The third segment is going to be the toaster rings. Again, make sure we're hitting those positions of hollow Superman and keep those legs as straight as possible. Okay, no scorpion, okay, when you get to that Superman position. And then you have those as heavy as possible deadlifts. Okay, now those are 10 reps per round that you have for those last 10 minutes of the workout. Okay, so don't go so heavy to where you're doing one and you're struggling and you have to drop every time. Okay, so you can bust out a few, okay, drop the bar and then rest as you need, okay, and then pick it back up. Okay, so try not to break more than 3 times, I would say, on those. Okay, and those are just going to be a bit of a have fun with it. Again, it's 22 minutes. Should be a lot of fun, a lot of great movements. Wall balls you haven't done in a while. Okay, so again, you can go fast on those wall balls and then kind of just take your time on the ground to overheads and kind of just grind through that last part with the toasty rings and the deadlifts. Hey, have fun. So movement standards for the deadlift. Okay, so this is my bar. Bar is going to start on the ground. Okay, as I approach the bar, I'm going to stand nice and tall. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I roll my shoulders back. Midline, squeeze nice and tight. I'm going to hinge my hips back and slight bend of the knees. Okay, your hips should be a bit higher than your clean starting position. Okay, I should have a flat back. My head is going to be neutral, so I'm looking down. As I grip the bar, take the slack off. And then as I drive up, my hips and chest are rising at the same time. I'm squeezing my butt at the top. And now from here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hinge my hips back, keeping my legs straight. As soon as I pass my knees, that's when I want to do a slight bend. So we touch and drive up. Okay, again, hips back. Head remains neutral. And drive back up. Okay, common things we see is our hips go up first, we round our backs to try to bring up. Okay, so really bring those shoulder blades back, up, and back down. And keeping those shoulders engaged the entire time. And up. Okay, so that is it for the movement standards for the deadlift.